So I'm starting out this vlog a little bit later in the day, but we're finally starting. That's the point. Aurora just woke up from her nap, so she is energetic and wanting to play. And I got a late start today. So my mother-in-law was visiting for about a month and she just left this morning. If you've heard me talk about my mother-in-law before in my vlogs, then you know that she is super duper helpful and she's just so awesome, and she'll like help us cook, clean, help me with the baby. Like she just helps with anything and everything. And she's also really fun to be around. Yes, she is, huh? Where's grandma? Where did grandma go? Grandma went bye-bye, huh? Yes. So it does feel like a big emptiness to not have her here, because we just get so like used to having her here with us. And it's Saturday, so that's a good thing because my husband can be home and, you know, while we get back to our normal schedule. So I have to do a lot of laundry today. I have to wash like all the sheets and blankets from that my mother-in-law used, just because I like to have them ready in case they... What is going on? What was that? I like to just wash the blankets and have them ready in case we ever have like a guest last minute. That way I can be ready and I'm not like running around. I can just be prepared. Juju's here. Say hi, Juju. To the camera. To my friends. To our friends. Ever since the girls have gotten bigger and I haven't really been vlogging like a lot of family vlogs like before, like when we lived in Italy, I feel like the girls got kind of shy around my vlogs now a little bit. My arm hurts. Babysitter. I honestly am so grateful to have my two big girls. They're the sweetest little ladies and they help so much with Aurora. It's just like it would be so different. Like I know some people have 3 kids under 5 or 3 kids under 3, but my girls are over 5 and then we have the baby, so it's very nice. Actually Jane is 10 and then and then Juliet is 7, so they're much older. I'm so grateful for them, and I know Aurora is so grateful for them even if she doesn't realize it yet. What I have planned for today is, so you all know that I do grocery pickup at Sprouts and I do it every Sunday, and so I order things on my phone on the app. For the most part, the quality and the service is always great for the things that they pick out for me. It was just kind of funny because I ordered some organic ginger, but I only wanted like a little piece of ginger for like a recipe. I don't know if I chose the wrong option, or there was only an option of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, not like by weight. So I just chose one. I was like, maybe they're just gonna get me one little piece of ginger, but no, it was actually like a whole big box of ginger, and it was only $6.99 for a huge box of ginger. And I'm like, that's pretty cheap. Like, I don't know, I thought it would be more expensive to get that much fresh ginger. So I cannot let the ginger just go bad, because there's no way that I'm going to use all that ginger up with like normal cooking, because whenever I do use ginger, I literally just buy one little piece of ginger and then it lasts me until it goes bad, because I don't end up even using it all. It just ends up going bad before I finish it, because most recipes that I use require only like 1 or 2 teaspoons of grated ginger. I need to figure out something else to do with all my ginger, and so I've been researching and, you know, writing down ideas, and I came up with a few things to do with ginger, and I'm so excited. So if you are into homemaking, into just doing things at home like gardening or cooking, or you know, just being helpful and using your resources wisely, if that's something that you enjoy, then I think you're gonna enjoy this. I hope you take some ideas from this. This is not only going to be about ginger, but there's just a couple things that I'm going to do that requires using ginger. Okay, so one of the things that I want to do is I want to start a ginger bug, which is basically fermenting ginger, kind of like the way you ferment and start sourdough. And what I can make with this ginger bug is natural fermented ginger soda. It's kind of like ginger ale, except ginger ale doesn't really have anything fermented. It's just sugar and natural flavor, artificial flavors. So I'm basically trying to make like ginger beer, which is like carbonated, fizzy, like a fizzy drink, but it's very healthy and it's good for your gut bacteria. So I'm very excited to try this out. There's so many variations, so many different things I can do. So you do have to feed the bug for like about a week before you can actually make something out of it, but I'm going to start it today with you. I'm just excited because, like I said, there's so many variations. So I can mix it with like fruit juice, I can mix it with herbs, and you know, just make it taste good, because it is going to have sugar in it, so it's going to taste good. So I'm excited to do this, to bottle them up and possibly share them with anyone around me. And I hope that they turn out good, and I hope my family likes them and enjoys them. Another thing that I need to start is a sourdough starter. I mentioned in the last vlog that I would start it the next day, but I ended up just waiting it out. So you can literally plant a piece of ginger in a pot, but what I have to do is I have to soak it for 24 hours first. So I'm gonna get that started today. I'm gonna soak it, and then tomorrow I'll pot it. Naturally, ginger grows in a climate that is very humid, wet, and hot, and this is perfect for out here, especially because in the winter time I can just bring it inside and keep it by a sunny window, so it can keep reproducing literally all year round in the climate that we live in. I'm so excited to do that. And then I do plan to freeze some ginger. I think it lasts 6 months in the freezer, so we're gonna start with that. There's a few other things that I have planned today. Let's just start with this. Let's just head downstairs to the kitchen and get started on our ginger bug. Got the ginger bug started. It was super easy, as you saw. So here is the big container of ginger that they sent me, and like I said, I only needed like one of these, and even then I don't usually use it all. But here's all the ginger I have. So like I said, I'm gonna try to use it up and save it so that it doesn't go bad. But the first thing we did is the ginger bug, and it was super easy, as you saw. So I just chopped up a little 1-inch nug of ginger, and I peeled it, and you can grate it, but I decided just to chop it into very small pieces. And I put it in this weck jar, and I put in 1 tablespoon of sugar and 2 cups of fresh water. Make sure the water is not chlorinated. It has to be like spring water or filtered water. As you saw, I cut a piece of cloth from one of my cloth napkins, because I didn't really have any other kind of cloth to put over that was small enough, so I just cut it so I can have like 4 little cloths to use for these kind of projects. And I put a rubber band and I secured it, and once a day for about 1 week I'm going to continue adding 1 teaspoon of grated ginger or chopped ginger and 1 teaspoon of sugar. And so I'm just going to keep doing that for about a week, and then I'm going to slowly start seeing bubbles and it getting bubbly. And there's ways to test to make sure that it's ready. It will be like at least 70 degrees inside the house for it to, like, you know, get there, but it can take longer also. I'm going to set this in a warm, dark area. Thinking of my cabinet near my stove, and I just have to remember to feed it once a day. I can also share the process on my Instagram or TikTok, so just be sure to follow me there. So I'm happy that I got one thing done.
This will be so strong, right? I'll cut her claw.
I set it here in this cabinet. It gets kind of warm here because when we use the toaster, the heat rises and it makes it warm here. So it's really important that I move all of my supplements. It's kind of a mess here. Another thing that I want to do today is I want to declutter and kind of like reorganize my cabinets. It's not too bad, but it does need a little bit of attention. So here too. And this one's not too bad, but yeah, I do want to declutter it. Before we move on, I just want to, since we talked about decluttering, I do want to show you my pantry. I posted a reel on Instagram of like this process. It was like a short one, but the pantry was a big mess. That was one of the main things I wanted to get done for like spring cleaning. Jane, you want to give them a little quick tour of the pantry?
Okay. So this is the bread section. We keep like So we keep like bread, like we keep pretzels in here and stuff. We have like peanuts here. We have like these, I don't know what these are called.
Yeah, one thing that I need to really get is I probably will check out the thrift store, but I need to get containers for all of these nuts. I buy in the bulk section at Sprouts, so I need to get like glass containers to store them in. So I have them right for now in this little bin.
This is my favorite section. These two are my favorite sections. So this is a water bottle area.
We have a bunch of empty water bottles.
Yeah. And then we also have these bunny crackers because we like snacks.
Okay, so that's all the time Aurora gave me. She wants to be with mommy now. Also, she kind of hurt her foot playing with stuff in the pantry. But she is having a little bit of a snack now while I soak a piece of ginger for the plant that I was talking about. Let's see. Okay, so I'm thinking of using this big piece. You're supposed to look for pieces that have little nubs like these right here, which is where the plant will start sprouting and shooting out from. So I'm going to soak this in water for 24 hours, and then tomorrow I should be able to plant it in one of my planters outside. So the reason for soaking it for 24 hours is so that in case it has anything, like in case there's any of the growth retardants that they sprayed it, so that it can last in the grocery store without like sprouting. And usually if it's organic, it's not likely, but just to be safe, we're gonna soak it for 24 hours, and then tomorrow it should be ready to put in a pot. Interested in salads now, so they asked me to make them one for lunch. So here are their salads. They look so good. For a few minutes before her nap, because that's the only thing with her second nap, is that it kind of gets in the way of outdoor time. So I have to kind of make it a priority to take her outside before, you know, her nap, because then after her nap it's like preparing for dinner. We still try to go out like after dinner, but I try to get her out like when there's a lot of sunlight. But before we head outside, I just want to freeze some of the ginger before I forget. Aurora is going to help me put some in this bag. So for mommy like this, look, or I'll open it and you help me put some ginger in here. So first let's find the ginger piece that we need for the ginger bug. Should we save this one? Yeah, let's save that one. And then we'll freeze the rest. Ah! I don't know what that's gonna taste like. It's strong, huh? Oh, that's gross, I know. No more. Can you put it in here? Put it in the bag. So we're gonna put a few of these in the bag, and I'll just keep a few out in case I think of something else to do with it. But I really don't want this to start going bad, so I'm gonna put it away. Are you sure you want to do that again? Thank you. Can you put it in the bag? And I just have these few pieces left, and I'm going to just pop this back in the fridge for now. If I don't think of anything else to do with it, then I'll just put it in the bag with the rest and put it in the freezer. Also, I had 4 bananas that were going bad that were pretty big. I made a batch of banana muffins with chocolate chips mixed in the batter, and then I also made a loaf of banana bread, and I sprinkled chocolate chips on that one. And I was out of banana muffin. So I was out of muffin liners, so I made my own with parchment paper. And I just love like the more like natural look to it. Just wanted to talk about how to do it in case you're out of muffin liners. Simply just use parchment paper. I measure each square to be 5 inches, so about 5 by 5. And then you can use like one of the squares to guide you once you get that one. I actually filmed a reel about it, so you can probably see it and see what I mean. But make sure to follow me on Instagram because I post little tips and like homemaking tips and things like that, recipes and all of that. That I do post on here too, but there's some things that like I do when I'm not filming for YouTube, and then so I'll film like a TikTok for it or a reel. So it's so easy, and I'm actually thinking of whipping up a few more of them just to have them like put away in my pantry or in my drawers, just in case I ever need them. Because yesterday I actually had the time to do it because Aurora was napping during that time. So, but I know there's sometimes days where I'm more busy, so I kind of just want to whip up a few, just because it's also calming and relaxing to like cut. I'm sure if you have kids, you know, like they probably went through a stage where they like to like cut with scissors. So it's just relaxing to like measure out the pieces and then cut them and then like stack them up and put them away. There's my husband back coming in my video. Okay, so I just got Aurora down for a nap. She went down pretty easy because she was very tired. Let's go tidy up the kitchen, and then let's see if we can get to some decluttering in my cabinets. Dishes done. That's all nice and cleared up. So I have like a few minutes before I need to start dinner, so I think I'm going to go ahead and try to declutter a little bit of my kitchen area. I got this bin out. I just gave it a rinse, so I can put my supplements in here, and I think we're going to put our supplements in the pantry for now, just so that they're not like above our toaster getting hot there. So here's the before. I'm going to try to get to these two. So that's the before. So I'm almost done with dinner. I was supposed to make just a simple breaded chicken breast with broccoli and rice, but I realized that I'm completely out of flour, which hardly ever happens, but I am out of flour. So I had to get creative. If you hear that loud sound, it's my dryer because I have my laundry room in my kitchen. Kind of weird. Tried to look up a recipe and I found something that was like super simple, and I've never made it before, but it seems pretty good. So I pretty much just seasoned chicken, and then with the crusty part that's left behind on the pan, you put some chicken broth, and then you put some butter, and then you saute some garlic, and then you just put the chicken back in, and it's like a juicy sauce. You crawled all the way over there? Hello, it is Sunday and I'm back to continue this vlog. Ah! She was crawling here, but she slipped on her sleeve. Today we picked up our groceries at Sprouts. Like I said, Sundays we do that. And the girls really wanted to go to Petco to check out some animals and just to see if there's anything that they can possibly pet, which there wasn't, but we still had a nice little time there. Petco is right next to Sprouts. The girls and I just walked over and picked up a few things that I needed to pick up in person because I had some coupons that I wanted to use and I could only use them like in person, not through like the app. And after that, we came home and I did a little bit of trimming of our roses in the front. It's seriously such a nice thing to do, to just enjoy like cutting and like enjoying nature in that way. So it's very nice to have like my own home to be able to do those things too. I was able to save some, and look at these beauties. Like these are already dying, but they still have a little bit of life left, enough to, you know, add to my little vase here. I have this set on the table and it's just so pretty. And this makes me so happy. I had some older flowers here that the girls picked. I think Juliet picked out from our backyard, and they were sitting here, but they were already like dropping a lot of pollen, I think it was, and it was just like getting dusty on her table. I had to get rid of them this morning, but I was able to replace them with these, which wasn't like really planned, but I'm so happy about it. Here I have the other one. I also had some older dried flowers here, and I was able to replace them with some of these roses from my yard in the front. It's so pretty. So before I get dinner prepped, I need to feed my ginger bug because I haven't fed it today. So I'm gonna do it with you guys. asleep except my husband, but I'm about to get to bed. I'm gonna do a little bit of reading. Overall, it's been a great weekend. After dinner, we had dessert on the front porch, and I just love having our front porch set up. I'll show you guys next time how I have it. It's pretty simple, but it's just nice to have chairs and a little table and just be able to go out there as a family and just talk, enjoy the ice cream, enjoy the weather because it's so nice in the evening. And then after that, the girls and I went on a walk around the block. It was like a 15-minute walk, so it was a nice little power walk. They rode their bikes and scooters, so I was able to walk faster. And then I pushed a baby on the stroller. And then we just stopped play the neighborhood playground, and Aurora was practicing a little bit of walking. I finally got my ginger planted. Other than that, I've been just tidying up because tomorrow's Monday, so I am up a little bit later than usual because I just wanted to tidy up a few extra things so that tomorrow I can start off my week a little bit of a step ahead because we have school in the morning, and then I wanted the schoolroom to be like tidy and clean, so I just took a little bit extra time to do that. I hope you enjoyed this video. I am enjoying all the spring, all the weather, all the things, and enjoying my family, of course. So I just want to thank you so much for watching. I have so many things already planned out for the next vlog, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss it, and I'll see you soon.